Hello, I'm Rick from Runner's World, and today I'm looking at 3 different ways to lace your running shoes. Why would you want to lace your running shoes differently? There's a few reasons really. Some people might experience heel slippage when they run, and there's a way of tying your shoes which makes it a bit more secure around the ankle. Some people might have pain on the top of their foot. Again, there's a way of lacing shoes to alleviate some of that. And some of you might have high arches, and again, there's a way of lacing your shoes if you've got high arches to alleviate some of the difficulties you might be currently experiencing. So without further ado, let's look at these 3 ways to lace your running shoes. Okay, this is the lacing system number 1, and this is called a heel lock, or you might hear it also referred to as the runner's loop or the racer's loop. And I'll show you how to do that one. This is the easiest one to do, and this is for if you've got a bit of heel slippage. So you might have a sort of narrower ankle, or the shoe fits a bit wide. Quite a lot of ultra shoes fit a bit wider, and they often recommend the heel lock in their shoe. So I'll show you how to do it. It's very, very simple and very easy to do. So this is what the heel lock or runner's loop looks like when it's finished. It's the easiest, I'd say, to do of the alternative lacing systems. I'll show you how it is. So take this one, where it comes out, and you put it back in through that extra eyelet there, and you do exactly the same thing on the other side. So put that lace and put it through the mysterious extra eyelet. And all you've got to do now, very, very simple, is put this lace through that hole there, and put the other lace through the opposite hole there. And what that does is once you pull it tight, as you'll see, you can create a really snug fit in and around the ankle as much as you want. Much more so than you would do with just a traditional lacing approach. So that is the heel lock. Extremely easy to do and extremely effective if you're between sizes as well. If you really love a shoe, but actually it's a tiny bit too big, doing the heel lock approach can actually make it a kind of, it's a practical solution. That's a heel lock, number 1. Lacing system number 2. This is all about if you have pain on the upper part of your foot. And as you can see here, missing out a few eyelets here, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But that's kind of what it should look like at the end. So I'm just showing you that now. That's what we're going for. I'm going to show you how to get there now. Okay, here we are. This is where we're going to start, which is exactly how almost all running shoes are laced at that point. So we've got lace coming over there and laces coming through here. Okay, so if you had pain at the top of your foot here, and there was rubbing, or you weren't quite sure what it was, it's worth trying this just to see, and I'll show you how to do it. So here's the shoe back at the start. We've just got one lace going across there. So we started normally, just coming diagonally here through this eyelet here, and same on the other side, which is just absolute classic orthodox running shoe lacing. Nothing strange is happening yet. If we then did want to, say, take some of the pressure off this part of the foot here, what you could do is instead of going back across, you could stay on the same side here and go and put this through here. So I'll just show you what this looks like. And you could do exactly the same thing on the other side. And all that's doing is meaning that actually that problematic part of your foot, say, actually isn't taking the same amount of pressure from the lace. So we've created a little space here, and then we could just continue. And what we've done there is we've created a space where laces aren't going over that part of the foot. You could keep going up if you had pain all the way up your foot. You could continue to do that, but for the sake of just speed here, I'm only going to miss out one eyelet there. And then it's just, it's as simple as it's just doing up your laces as normal after that. If you've got pain on the top of your foot, it's a really good idea. Just try it out. It might not be the solution, and you might need to go for something more drastic. You might take some time off running, but it is worth it if you actually haven't experimented with different lacing. Okay, lacing system number 3 is parallel lacing. And this is really useful if you've got high arches. Again, actually, if you've got some pain on top of your foot, it might be something worth trying. It's probably the most technical lacing system, so I'm going to try and get it right first time, but it's one that you're going to have to pay a bit more attention to in terms of getting it right. But if you can do it, and it's not that difficult, it is definitely one that kind of brings something else to the table and might be the solution that you're looking for. We're starting right at the beginning here. This is a laceless shoe, as you can see. We go through here to start off with. Then you would expect in a normal lacing for this one to go through the bottom eyelet here, but no, in the parallel lacing system, everything changes. You go through here, which is very surprising, I think. There's not a lot of ways to lace a shoe that you think you wouldn't expect that, but yeah. With the bottom one, you go across to the other bottom eyelet. So you go through here. Then, instead of going across or just up one, you go up two, so you skip an eyelet on the same side, okay? So that's your next move. So at this point it should look like this. Grab your other lace. The other lace is going to go to the second bottom eyelet, like so. Now you're on this side. You want to skip an eyelet again and come in here. Perfect. You grab the other lace and you come across like this. And then continuing the theme, you skip an eyelet, which brings us up to here. So there we are. With the other lace, you're coming across now, going through, and would you believe you're skipping an eyelet again? And then that is done on that side, okay? The final thing you got to do, come across again, through the eyelet, and then this time, just to come up, you're not going to skip an eyelet, you're going to just go the next eyelet. If you skipped an eyelet, you'd be in that kind of heel lock eyelet, which I don't think we need at this point. And there we have it, parallel laced shoe. Very, very useful if you've got high arches, pain on the top of your foot potentially, and offers something really different. So worth having in your arsenal and learning about. And those are the three lacing systems that I recommend. So to recap, we had the one about heel slippage, which is all about the heel lock or the runner's loop, as you might hear it referred to. That's really useful if you've got a narrow ankle, or maybe the shoe's slightly too big, but you love the shoe and you want to experiment with it and continue with it. Worth trying out, and very good on shoes that are a bit wide, like ultra shoes. Then we had the sort of one where we're missing a few eyelets in towards the bottom. That's useful if you've got pain on the top of your foot. Again, not hard to do, and you can miss as many eyelets as you want. Obviously, you don't want to miss all the eyelets. Obviously, you're going to have difficulty getting the shoe back together, but missing one or two is absolutely fine. And then finally, we had the parallel lacing system, which is this one, which again is very, very useful if you've got high arches, pain on the top of your foot. A little more technical to do, but none of this is rocket science. And hopefully, through watching this video, you've got a real sense of how to do it. So very best of luck. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.